Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars and welcome to another PlayStation 4 review. Today's review is from my time at Portia. This is a almost like a life simulator RPG. It's a cross between The Sims and Animal Crossing type stuff, and it's a really fun and charming and quirky little game. Now I'm always on the lookout for chill out games. I've played a few this year. House Flipper, for example, Farming Together, Farming Dynasty, whatever you want to call it. I'm always on the lookout for really nice, chilled out, relaxing games. I think I'm at that stage in my gaming life, and I noticed this was on sale recently in the summer sale on the PlayStation Store. And I'd looked into it, watched a couple of reviews on it, and I thought, oh, this could be just the game for me. And essentially this is, you play as a character that you can customise yourself, and then you end up going to the island of Portia. It's set in like a post-apocalyptic world, and you get dropped off at this island and you are given your father's workshop, because he's done one and gone across the world somewhere to do something. So you've got his workshop on this island of Portia, and it is your job to then get registered as a builder, which you have to do a couple of tasks for, like the local mayor sort of thing. And then once you get your builder's license, you can then take jobs, commissions from the townsfolk, or just build things and sell them for a profit. And then you get to expand your workshop, build new equipments to make better things, upgrade things. But also there's a level of exploration in this game, and combat. So this is kind of where the RPG elements come in. You can like explore the map, and it's quite a large map, and there are a number of things like abandoned sites, they're called. And you can go into these sites and dig for treasure, basically, and relics. Now some of these abandoned sites are exactly that, abandoned, and some have some beasties and nasties in there that you have to battle to be able to get the best treasure and relics. And so therefore you need weapons to be able to fight them. So you've got swords that you can upgrade to make them better. You can upgrade your character to make him stronger or increase defense. So there's a whole skill tree here for the character, to upgrade all sorts of different elements. Like I say, your attack, your defense, your social relationships with people to increase, how that can be improved. Because what you do, basically, the idea here is there's a whole community in this island of Portia. So you will go around and you will build relationships with them. You can talk to them, you can give them a gift, you can even spar with some of them to improve your combat skills, things like that. The more you talk to them, the more your relationship with that person increases and improves. And you can even though I haven't got to this point in the game yet, you can even get to the point in the game where you can choose to marry someone if your relationship status is strong enough. So this is kind of where the Sims element comes in here. You know, the upgrading of your workshop. Like I say, you can get new pieces of equipment in there that will do specific tasks. i.e. you've got like a work table that you craft certain things like furnitures and all that kind of stuff, and then you've got like a cutting thing for like cutting down boards and making planks. Then you've got a furnace, then you've got a grinder. There's all these different equipments that you need to make certain pieces of equipment, which you're going to need to make these things that you've been commissioned to do. For example, when you first start in the game, the first job you're given, and when you become a builder, and to get your builder's license, it gives you it's basically a tutorial. It gives you a couple of things to build, and it teaches you how to build certain things. And then as soon as you get your builder's license, you're given a bigger commissioning job, which is to build a bridge, which takes you several hours to do, because you need to get all the resources that you need to build certain parts of the bridge. So you're going to have to go in like an abandoned site, do some digging to get tin ore and copper ore and other bits and pieces, and there's other bits you're going to need to build in your workshop to be able to build the things that you need basically for your bridge. The point is, it takes you several hours, and once you've done that and built that bridge, that's when you could start taking all these commissioned jobs. There's people in the town that will offer you jobs as well. Just go up to them if they've got like a blue exclamation mark above them. You go up and talk to them and they'll give you a job if you want it. There's things like the research centre that if you find some strange relics, you go in there with these relics and you can get special items for exchanging them. Or, for example, one of the early missions is you find some strange lenses in one of the abandoned sites. You take it to the research centre, they check it out for a day. You go back and they say, oh, these are glasses for someone who's colourblind. And lo and behold, there's someone in the community who is colourblind. So you give these glasses to this person, he's overjoyed, you get a reward, etc, etc. There's always like ripple effects for everything that you do in the game, which I really like. I like the community aspect of this game. It really helps it. Now, as much as I love farming together, and I do enjoy that game, it's a very lonely game. I mean, there is a multiplayer aspect to it, but very light, I suppose. This, like I said, there is no multiplayer, but all the characters in Portia are all like AI characters, NPCs if you like, but it feels like you're part of a community, which I think really helps this game. I think the game looks really great as well. It's got a real unique look to it. As you can see, it feels really cute and cartoony, but at the same time it doesn't look really cheap or anything like that. It's almost like a nice looking Minecraft to some degree. So it's a really nice, relaxing, chilled out game. You can just take your time in this game, build your commissioned items, go through it, upgrade your workshop, go inside, build furniture, improve it, grow it. So if you like your building and that and expanding, that sort of thing, there's loads of that here for you to enjoy in this game. It will keep you very busy and entertained, that's for sure, in that aspect. And then for those of you who like to grind, I mean that is the big thing here. If you're not into grinding games, you're probably not going to enjoy this one. Because there is an element of grinding and waiting. I mean, for example, if you want to build 3 copper pipes, for example, you go to the right piece of equipment and you might put in the right resources, and then it'll come up and say, oh, this will be ready in 12 hours. Now that's not 12 real hours, it's 12 gaming hours, which is essentially 12 minutes, about that, 10 minutes, something like that. So sometimes you'll go off and do something else, go and finish another task for another person in the community, come back, and that resource will then be ready. So there's an element of patience with this game, and there's an element of of waiting, but it's not harsh, it's not punishing, it's not like, right, 3 days that you need to come back for that. Some things are, the bigger projects, 3 in-game days, not 3 real-life days, but there's always something to do in this game, which I really like. You never sat there thinking, oh, I don't know what to do next. There's always a job to do, there's always a quest to do, there's always some exploration to do, there's something you need to build, because you've got like this builder's handbook that was your father's. You open it up, and as you level up, there's new things unlocked for you to build as well, and you're thinking, oh, I'll build that next, that'll be really good for my workshop, I'm going to need that. So you'll build that, but that could take you a couple of hours to get all the resources together that you need to build that. So like I said, my point is, there's always something to do in this game. You're never bored, and if this is your type of game, if you like things like The Sims, Animal Crossing, even Minecraft to some degree, there's a lot here for you to enjoy, and it is a game that I'm truly enjoying. It's a game that I'm fairly sure I'm going to put many hours into and get an awful lot of enjoyment out of, and it's just a really chilled out game, essentially. I mean, my days have gone where I'm into really high intense action games. I'm certainly not into first person shooters and all that kind of stuff. I'm more in for the long haul with games that I can put in 2 or 3 hours when I want, and there's no pressure, and it's a really relaxed experience for the most part, and you are definitely going to get that with My Time at Portia. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching, and of course I will be back with more reviews on Screen Stars very, very soon.